Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Happily Married TV, man. This broadcast brought to you by Momentum with Jay. I have a moment without momentum. Real distinguished gentlemen, distinguished book club, Happily Married TV, the black and white version, distinguished property holding, distinguished home solutions, the real distinguished gentleman, off pause apparel and accessories, all that. So today we talking about um prejudice or races. On this part, we're gonna talk about prejudice and races, the differences, and trust and belief. Then we get to the other two later. We're gonna talk about paganism and robot strippers and all that. So we're gonna have fun today, man. It's so the would you what was the first one?
Prejudice or races?
Yeah, so prejudice or races, man. It's like the differences between them to me, like, you know what I mean, in my opinion, everybody is prejudiced. Only specific people can be racist, if that makes sense. Like, everybody has a predetermined notion about everybody else. Like, okay, for example, I used to think all Chinese people knew karate. Like, I don't know why. Japan, Chinese, Korean, whatever. I thought they all knew karate. I have no idea why, but it's just like something that's what you know what I'm saying. Like, it's like a stereotype or a prejudice I have with people. Like, you know what I mean. So yeah, so we try to, you know what I mean. We're gonna determine if you prejudice or racist. So yeah.
Is that all?
Nah, I mean I'm trying to. I was trying to get you some time to talk. If you ain't gonna talk,
Oh, no, I was just.
And I'm being honest.
Okay, well, I mean, I was letting you finish. So, we're only talking about prejudice right now?
For the moment.
Okay, well, I guess, to talk about prejudice, that's because I feel like when you're prejudiced, you're ignorant about something. When you're racist, you have a strong belief about something that causes you not to like a certain group of people. But you can be prejudiced about, like you said, with karate or anything that's grouping people. Isn't prejudice the same as stereotyping?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, like you got a belief about, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, stereotype, yeah. Stereotype, yeah. Same thing, pretty much. So it's prejudice and stereotyping or racist. Yeah. We can do that. So I think racism is where a specific race has resources or stuff like that that can stop another race from doing something. That's what my idea of racism is like. And that's why people say black people can never be racist. Because we don't have the resources or basically the resources to shut down any race. Like, we can't do that. Like, white men, old white men, they are racist as fuck. Like, they can shut shit down quick. Like, real shit, they just can do it. Like, I don't know how or why, but they can. Like, that's like, it's crazy, man. Like, so that's why I be like, you know what I mean? Like, the racist shit, I don't feel like any minority can be racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know though, because then that's like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think.
But is racist only to that magnitude, or like a white person calling a person an N-word? And I know that you're saying that white people have that, but you were speaking of white men. But if like any male or female uses a derogatory word towards a black person, that's racist. Or is that prejudice?
I think that would be prejudice.
Really?
Yeah, because I can call a chick a bitch, but that don't mean I'm racist. And that's derogatory.
Okay, well, racist.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so then instead of saying derogatory, if it's a racist slur. I mean, if it's a term that you use. See, okay, so then it would have to be racist then if you're using a racist term.
Yeah.
So prejudice could be against any aspect of the person, but racism is directly related to race, the race of the person.
Yes. Yes. But like I said, I don't think minorities can be racist because they don't have the power to shut shit down. I mean, I think racist is like
So you don't think black people don't like white people? You don't think that black people have like been racist towards white people?
I think
Or you
they're
don't think
prejudiced towards white people.
Okay.
Because you can't really be racist because you can't stop nothing they're doing.
So you don't think black people have never done a hate crime on a white person, and that's not racist?
I think that's more prejudice. Because
Really?
you got to understand the definition of racist. To me, racism is being able to stop a group of people from getting resources or being able to move forward or progress. Like nobody can do that. Like I don't like that's my definition of racism though. Like I mean, racism is like redlining. That was racist as shit. Like where they made like okay, so redlining. Let me break it out to you real quick. Six minutes. Okay, we got about a minute and a half, something like that. So redlining. What they did was they took certain neighborhoods and they put them in a category where it's going to be minorities or a poorer neighborhood, and banks will not loan to those areas. That's racism.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Black people can't do that. Korean people can't do that. Mexican people can't do that.
Well, not here they can't.
Right,
but
right,
they
right.
can do that in other where they're not the minority.
Right, right. Or where they got the most power at. Cause like so, for example, I think when they said it was one Chinese restaurant or something, and they were like, we don't hire nothing but Chinese people, like because that's where they have all their power in that restaurant. So in that restaurant, they can be racist as they want to be. You know what I mean? Because they can stop you from working there. They can stop you from having resources. They can stop you from being in the building. Period. So, I mean, I feel like it's certain where you have power, you can be racist. But you just like they couldn't walk in Walmart and be racist. You see what I'm saying? Like because they're the minority in there. But when they're at home in their own store, they can be as racist as they want to be because they're the majority.
Okay. So racist can be a positive thing?
No, not never. I don't think so. Not never.
So, but you just said that they could be racist in their store, like, but
where they're the majority. That's
right.
where people can get racist. You can't be. If I feel okay, so I feel like you can be racist, and if you like, if you got power, if you can move, you know what I mean. If you like, so if they're in a Korean store or whatever, say some Korean, they're in a Korean store, black people walk in there. They don't want black people in there, they can kick them out. White people walk in there, they don't want white people in there, they can kick them out. You go to Walmart, they can't do that.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm like, where you got power at, you can be racist as you want to be. But if you don't have power, then you're just part of the minority, the group, like the minority shit. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so what was it, pagan?
No. Do you trust? Do I? Trust or believe.
Next topic: trust and belief. Now, those are two different things. Like trust and believe. Excuse me, because like I don't know how it's possible, but excuse me, I'm gonna just say it. Like the guy I work for, he trusts me, but he don't believe in me. If that makes sense. Like I don't know how they exist together. Like me, I can't do that because if I don't trust you, I don't believe in you, and if I do trust you, I believe in you. So there's no, I don't know how, you know what I mean, how he can differentiate that. Like he trusts me to get the job done. He trusts I will get the job done, but he don't believe I can do it completely on my own. If that makes sense. So he trusts I won't steal from him. But he don't believe I can run the kitchen without some kind of supervision. You see what I mean? So that's like, it's weird to me. Like, I don't know how you even get to that level because I don't trust somebody I don't believe in, and I don't believe in somebody I don't trust. If I don't trust you, I don't believe in you. If I don't believe in you, I don't trust you. But I don't know about that though. I don't know. See, I be having to think. I got to think in the middle of the conversation because I got to think about this now. Because I know some people I know some people I trust, but I don't believe in. I know some people I believe in, but I don't trust.
So I guess it just depends on where they fit in your circle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like that's another thing. Look, real quick, because we been going on rants. So real quick, you gotta have different circles. your, your one circle can't be the one circle. You gotta have like a work circle, going out circle, a kicking it circle. You know what I mean? A money circle. You need a money circle. Everybody needs a money circle. You need a circle of friends that you can get with, and y'all all y'all do is make money together. You need that circle. So I think you got different circles too. So I just don't know. Oh my God, this is making me reevaluate my whole life. God. Yeah.
What made you think of the topic, or where did the topic come from?
Because he said, because he literally was like, I trust you won't steal from me, but I don't feel you can run the kitchen.
Oh wow.
So he wants somebody else to run the kitchen because he don't believe I can handle the job, because he just doesn't feel like I can handle the job. But like I told him, it's not me not handling the job. People don't listen. Like, if I tell you to goddamn it, do something, I feel like you should do it because I'm the kitchen manager. Like, that's just what I feel. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to do nothing outside of your job or anything that I wouldn't do. So I expect it to be done, and then when they don't do it and I flip out, then I'm in the wrong. Like, oh, well, you're a little abrasive. Yeah, I might be about the 10th time I ask you something. First, second, third, fourth, fifth time, I ain't really that abrasive. Sixth time, I'm getting a little more abrasive. Seventh time, yeah, I done had enough. Like eighth, ninth, 10th, yeah, fuck you. And anything you stand for. That's how I feel. That's how I feel for real. Like, I'm just like that. Like, I don't know. If I gotta talk to you more than my goddamn kids, I got a problem with that. And you're an adult. I got a problem with that. Like, why do I have to speak to you more than I have to speak to my fucking 9-year-old? I got a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old. About to be a 6-year-old. I don't have to speak to them 10 times. Not in the same day. Now, I may have to speak to them 10 times in a 10-day period about the same thing, but I don't have to speak to them 10 times about the same subject in one day. You know what I mean? I gotta tell these people constantly, hey man, why are you doing that way? That ain't the way we do it. Oh, well, this is the way I've been doing it. Okay, well, why? Who told you to do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you doing it that way? And it'd be like, they just go off on their own thing. Like, okay, well, if we all make it this way, then you need to be making it this way. We don't need one person doing it this way and everybody else doing it this way. Or 2 people doing it this way and 3 people doing it this way. We need everybody doing it the same way. Like, so I'm like, it's just crazy, man. You know, stuff happens and stuff doesn't.
Well, yes, you can trust and not believe, or believe and not trust. Yeah. Because it depends on where they fit in your circle. Or which circle they are in.
Yeah. And you gotta also understand, you can't, just because you can trust them to hold money does not mean you can trust them to watch your kids. If that makes sense. So you also need to know where they fit. Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't. It's crazy. I don't do that. Like, I don't. It's weird because it's like, it's easier to say, I'm gonna just write that person off than to be like, okay, well, they can still be around me, but they don't fit with these people. You know what I mean? Or they don't fit, and it's just more complicated that way with me. I cut people off. I don't care. I got scissors. I cut them off quick. Peace. Like, I ain't worried about you no more. Your opinions, your feelings, none of that. Yeah. And that's what it is. So yeah. Anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna pause. We're gonna get a whole pause real quick. We'll be right back with y'all, man.